Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nameless Podcast, episode 2, with your boy Zula, Landgraab, and my amazing co-host Mousy, the ultimate clout chaser. Today we have two guests with us. Today we have Rick, and ma'am, don't let me mispronounce your name. Could you please pronounce it for me?
Jetta Silence.
One more
Say
time.
Jetta.
Jenna,
Just Jetta.
just
That's
Jenna.
all.
So you guys already know me, so I'll just skip my introduction. Mousy, do you have anything for the crowd?
No, just hi, Clout Chasers. How are you guys doing? This is going to be fun per usual. And I'll throw it over to Jetta now.
Hi. This is going to be very interesting. Thank you for having me. Nice to see you, Rick. Nice to meet you, Zula, as well.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. So my name is Rick. I'm the owner of Alantori and Manly Weekend, and let's chat. Let's chat and let's see what's going on in the SL world, right?
Yeah. So the first item on the table, we're going to talk about male creators and maybe the lack of items for men. And I know, Zula, this was one of the topics that you had on mind. So explain to us like what your thoughts are on that, and then we'll just pass it around the table.
Well, yeah, so I'm gonna totally fangirl for a second because he is the owner of Manly Weekend, and I mess with Man Cave and all the Manly Weekend events out there because there's a very sparse amount of Avi decor. No, I shouldn't say decorations. Apparel, avatar, body shapes, and all of that for men that are affordable and that look nice. So for me, one of my concerns just in SL was like I see women making like 10 linden avatars or like 500 linden avatars, even free avatars, but I don't think I've ever seen a male avatar that's not like, Cat Whitehead or, whatever name brand body. So why do you think there's a lack of male creators in SL? And how are you like functioning in SL as a male creator?
It's a very good question because that is exactly the reason why I started the weekend. I saw a lot of sales going on for women, like the Happy Weekend, for example, and this was something that worried me because I saw all these sales going on, and nothing really was for men. So I came up with Manly Weekend in September 2019, and we grew enormously. I mean, we went from 5 designers to up to 140 right now. And you can really see that there's a huge demand for it. The group is growing like crazy too. We have like over 7,000 followers on Facebook and in the enrolled group. And you see that there's a huge demand for men's stuff. But it's growing though. It's there are more and more designers now also making. So I'm really happy to see that, and I hope this growth continues.
So then, as a male creator, tell me what is I know you don't want to tell us about your pockets right now, but what is it like for you right now in this environment with all the manly weekends and stuff like that going on?
Very good. It's going very well. We started or we opened our brand new website, manlysl.com, last week. Over there you can see all the participating designers, and you see a full HD gallery with all the items that are on sale for that weekend, for the upcoming weekend order. And creators can also apply there as a merchant. And yeah, this is growing like crazy. And now during this situation that everybody's sitting at home, we see also a huge increase of people joining the group and also going to the store and buy stuff. I mean I see a huge increase in sales all of a sudden since the corona.
So I would hate to jump over Mousy, but that was a wonderful transition point. But Mousy, do you have anything or silence?
Well, actually, I want to just kick it to Jetta for a second. What are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like men are being shortchanged in SL? And we connected because I create obbies, and Jetta actually reached out to me and said, listen, there are places you can get free male obbies. This is before Rick, you offered the Rick Bento body in your store and the Mark Bento baked on mesh head. She advised me to go to Altamura and create a body there. So Jetta, what do you have to say about this? Do you feel like men are being underserved in SL?
I do think in some ways there's a lot of things that when people are creating, like, it seems like it's the same thing over and over again with clothing.
Yes.
And there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of difference in, like, you'll see the same stuff coming up weekend and weekend out from a creator, and it's like they're not really putting any effort into creating something different and new to put out there. It's like a tracksuit, it's a shorts. How many pairs of shorts can one guy own? I mean, especially during when it was wintertime. But then again, there are a lot of creators that people are missing out on because they're not putting themselves out there. There are a few that I've come across, like I'll go through the marketplace or I'll be on Instagram and I'll come across these amazing people like, oh my gosh, I'll have to get her name in a bit, because she creates something that is just something you would see on the runway. It's very different and new. But
would you say high fashion and couture?
I think high fashion. More streetwear, like kind of streetwear, but with an edge, and like kind of like an Asian edge. It's not really a new style in Asian culture. It's like goth, but it kind of has like a ninja flair to it, and it's really flowy as well. So it's kind of different, and I think a lot of guys might be something a bit different. And the guys that usually seem to try something a bit different and shop a lot more are the gay guys that I know.
You're not wrong.
And well, the straight guys seem like, a lot of straight guys that I've met, they don't really shop. They seem to not really care, and they might stick to an avatar that's from 2010 or before, and don't care to change. They still got flexi hair and whatever else. So right, it lags me right out, because it's like, they don't really realize the is it voxels that are around you that can also lag you out. So they just tend to wear the old stuff, and sometimes it can really, really lag you out. Mm-hmm. And they don't want to look at anything new. But I like the head that I have, and I'm like, well, why not try something new? No, I like what I have. I don't want to spend money in this game. Like, well, why not? To me, it's just like...
I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't realize you were... No, I was going to say, I think that you've given us a lot to unpack here. So there are several topics that you hit on, right? You're talking about the people who are resistant to change and comfortable where they are. Then we're talking about the fact that there isn't enough variety for men, whether it's athleisure wear or more formal wear. It seems to be the same stuff over and over again. And the question is, do men really shop? And I think that we have to throw this back to Rick, because Rick, you make unisex items. You make items, clothes and hairs for both men and women. Tell us about the sales. Who buys more?
In my case, it's more men's stuff, because there is a huge need for men's hair, for example, that I'm focusing on, and I really see the biggest sales in the men's hairstyles and the clothes actually too. But women also shop, but the thing is, there is so much competition in the women's fashion industry, and everybody wants to get the highest quality, and it's really hard to keep up with the quality. So yeah, there are some stores that are really dominating the market at the moment when it comes to, for example, clothes for women. So that is also a field that I stopped working on, because
Sorry.
there is so much clothes for women that I said, you know what, I will make clothes for men, but not for women anymore, because it's just there's too much for women, or the competition is too big for me, so to say. That is the reason why I stepped out.
I've known you, I've known Alantori, I've known Rick to be more. I never knew he had women's stuff there.
Okay, so I was saying this in response to an earlier comment that Jetta made, which is there isn't a lot of variety for males. And I used to cover, and unfortunately I can't cover it now because we're sheltering in place, and then my house with my son is too noisy, and that note card comes out at 10:30 SLT time, so it's prime time in my house. But I used to record the Happy Weekend sale, and I was excited because they had something specifically for men. They had a section for unisex and specific male items, and I said, listen, every video I say, guys, look, we have something here for you, please be sure to tune in. And guess what it was? Joggers, joggers every single week. And I would get so frustrated. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like that meme says, when you see a male walking out the door with a white crisp t-shirt and gray sweats, you're like, where are you going dressed like a slut? Like, I'm into it. I like the bulge, I like the thottiness for men, but your hip bone showing. But guys, I need to see you in more than sweatpants, so creators, please take note.
And shorts.
And shorts too, shorts in the winter time. And then what are the things that the guys wear in the winter? They all had like these Parker coats and jeans on. That's it. There was no variation either.
What's wrong with the Parker coats?
But what should we wear then? I mean, shall we wear dresses or something? Or?
Oh, you shouldn't wear dresses, but can you guys like switch it? Like, I understand everyone has hot bodies in SL, but I don't want to just see you in joggers. Like, could you guys put a little more effort and thought into your outfits and switch it up a little bit? Or is that too much to ask? The male reptilian brain doesn't work that way.
Have you seen what they make?
You're asking a lot, Mousy.
The SL jean game is not that fire. Like the SL male like urban scene, like I was surprised that people did not know what like FLI or Versailles was when I posted it, but people were like, "Yo, I've never been there," and I'm like, "Where do you shop at?" Because those are the only places that I could find like nice clothes or shoes for myself. So I can only imagine what like the rest of the dudes are going through. Like, that's probably why they never update their avatars, because it costs like 5K for a head for us, or like 5K for a
Oh my
body.
gosh.
That's like what? How much is five? It's like, yeah, I think it's like what?
20
40?
bucks.
Yeah, so that's $40 in real life I had to spend to get a body and a head,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not clothes. And then male clothes aren't cheap. Like all of my shoes are like at least 400 linden a piece. All of my pants are 400 or 500 linden a piece. Like, clothing is very expensive for male avatars, so that's definitely a barrier.
Hey, now you can't complain because, I'm here in Canada, and when I bought my body and my head all together, it came to like $50 Canadian, and then I was paying, what, $250 or something like that for a monotone pack of hair of one style. And I'm like, it was cheaper. It's cheaper than, when you get down to it, than I Am the You, which I used to be on,
Same.
because you have to go and buy every color separately. But it's still expensive for the ladies.
So, question.
So, and you know how often we change.
for the one creator at this table who's probably going to start sweating, and for the consumers on the other side of this table, is is SL too expensive, or is like, because I don't know, we got the $40 name changes. I was talking to Mousy about land. It will cost me like what, $500 a month almost. Well, no, not a month. It cost me 300 up front, then like 250 a month to like maintain a sim. Like, are these SL prices kind of like just hoeing us, or are we just cheap?
Sorry.
I think the clothes are fairly priced, and I think it's relatively inexpensive. To start, yes, it is a little expensive. You're paying I don't want to say like you're getting if you're going to start with a top tier body, and I consider top tier, or even or maybe I should say top tier slash well known body. Like if you get I don't know a signature body or because that's the most popular male body, right? Or a Maitreya body for women, legacy body for either at this point Katwa head or genus head. Then you're paying for that quality. But also we have tons of creators offering free bodies, which are equally as good. The only problem is we don't have a lot of people creating clothes, which makes it hard to want to get these bodies. I used your body, Rick. My only issue was the clothes, but I thought the male bodies looked phenomenal. I had an obby that looked amazing. Everybody wanted it. And the problem is, do you feel like a lot of people I know your bodies aren't the main crux of your business, but what do you feel about bodies that like even first of all, what do you feel about the free gifts, guys? Like how about free gifts in SL? What do you think of that? Because there are tons of free gifts to offset the cost that you're spending here as well.
So I find it very good that we all contribute to the situation, because it's there are a lot of people now without jobs. Everybody's sitting at home. Everybody's like everybody's down. I wouldn't say, but everybody is helping each other. And I think it's like the Stay at Home Club, for example, that's been organized by Freya, the owner of Hilted. It's a super nice thing, because everybody gets a little gift, everybody gets excited for something new, and I think that was something that was missing in Second Life, something we all got excited about. I mean, I know that there are tons of people checking out that website now every day, like, are there new gifts for it, and it's good for both ways, because it's good for the people that they get something for free. And on the other hand, it's also good for shop owners like me, because I got a lot of traffic again. I got a lot of new potential clients. So it's good either way,
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's a good. It's been good to see that. The only thing is that with some of the free gifts that stores offer, like Mousy was saying, you don't like to pay this great big joining fee to get the free gifts, because if I like something, like I said, the Zen store, the Zen creations, they had something for the stay-at-home club, and when I went there, not only did I take the free gift, but I looked around and I bought stuff.
Exactly.
If you give something really good quality away for free, you're going to get people coming in and they're going to be buying more. That's good marketing.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing, like from a business owner business perspective, is that I received a lot of messages like, "Thank you so much for offering this free stuff to us, and we really appreciate it." But there are also people that, I don't know, I call them heartless. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. But there are people complaining about a free gift. Like, for example, I had a complaint about my hairstyle that I gave, because what I did is I gave them a bonus HUD with 12 extra colors, plus the 146 colors that I also offered already for free. And she complained that it was not clear for her if she could use it for her hair or not. And she was just basically complaining about it. And I was like, I mean, we're all giving this work for free, and can you just please can you be happy about it? You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
And appreciate, the gift. I mean, yeah, that's something that bothered me a little bit, to be honest.
I'm sorry that happens. Like, people should definitely be more appreciative, because in doing some of my interviews and speaking to creators and having creators as friends, guys, you have no idea how much time it takes to learn Blender, how much time it takes to texture, or how much it costs to outsource things that you're unable to do yourself, like create HUDs and stuff. So yeah, you have to really be appreciative of this, because no one has to give away anything for free, and we're doing it because we are sheltering in place and we want to help people, get through this and keep a positive mindset and attitude. But going back to what you said, Zula, like about the Sims and stuff costing hundreds of dollars, I don't know how much it costs to maintain Sims on the server. So it could be a fair price, maybe not. I'm not sure. But do you have anything to add to this? I just wanted to make that point about the Sims. Like, I don't know how fair those prices are, because we don't know what it costs on the back end. But I think for the clothes, are justified. And if you want to buy a body and you choose to buy a name brand body, you're going to pay for it. I think that there are places where you could look for cheaper bodies or even free bodies that look just as good, that you can get and add maybe a name brand private part or name brand clothes or name brand skin, and keep the cost down. But I was going to actually say the word, but I didn't want him to bleep. But with that being said, creators, get developers kits, and please support other creators who are making things that are not 5,000 Linden and doesn't have a name, because I think what you'll do is create a lane for yourself where people will come to your business because you are one of the few people creating clothes for these new bodies. Just food for thought. Zula, what do you have?
Yeah, food for thought. Rick, if you would like to shameless plug, I don't mind purchasing your body and your head and showing that in the showcase video that we have coming up. But if you would like to, just gift a few of those items as well, then we could definitely do a male avatar giveaway or something like that, just for all the males standing
I do.
with those.
I do already.
You do already.
I do already. Yeah. So basically, I do already. So basically, what I'm offering already for 2 weeks or something, right, Mousy? Mousy made a video actually about it. I give away the rig body if the target hits 100. People get the body for free. I wanted to mention this actually for the people that got the body, the rig body, that I updated the system. What does that mean? If you get the body, I have to say, if you get the body, because you can just register yourself again with the new vendor. If you click the board and it hits 100, and the body gets delivered, and you miss out, or you something happens to the body or whatever, you can click the board again and re-deliver it, because it's a new system that I just installed, and so you can just click on it and re-deliver the body. I wanted to mention that because I got some people again complain about it, telling me that it was a scam, that they didn't get the body and blah blah blah. Everybody gets their body, don't worry about that. So just send me a message in World and SecondLife if you participated before, or you can just participate in a new system. And I would actually recommend that, because if you register with a new vendor and the board hits 100, which in this case I think it will, because the store is full like constantly. The sim is completely full at the moment, all the time. And just click on the board, and then if you get the body and you want to re-deliver it, you just click on the board and you get the body again for free.
Yeah, I created a male avatar out of the body, and I was going to say, Rick, it's the Rick body.
Yep.
Does this look like you?
My real life, yes. So all the definitions and stuff are like my real life body.
Well,
of course not. I'm kidding.
Okay, then.
You know how it would look like?
We're like
huge beer belly that hangs out. Like. No. I wish. No, I'm not like that in real life. I'm just a normal shape, but not so slim and so muscular as this guy is. He's hot, right?
dab bod for me
Yeah.
It's
too.
really good.
Somebody needs to make a dab
Yeah.
bod for me.
What'd you say, Zula?
Somebody needs to make a dab bod for me. Zula's tired of being muscular. I want a nice dab bod. That's all I want.
So Rick, so Rick, since
I'm
we're
gonna be a
putting you on
dad
the
bod.
spot and asking about your real life body, I noticed that you have something different on your avatar since the last time we spoke, and I'm looking at these tattoos on your forearm.
Oh God, yeah.
When did this happen?
So yeah, that's a cool story because I went to Mexico, and that was really a life experience for me because I've never been to that part of the world, and I really want to go to the States. I've never been to the States before. Anyway, and I'm not really into tattoos, but I got this really cool tattoo from I forgot about it. Speak Easy or Vegas tattoo, I think, and it's a Mexican tattoo. It's really cool.
So is it just on the arms? Like it's just full sleeves?
Oh, you want me to go naked right now, Mousy?
If you want,
Yes,
I won't stop you.
I am not the only stripper in this room, Rick.
Hold on. Let me just strip for you guys. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, it's the oh my gosh, Guadalupe.
God, look at the back of that, guys. That looks amazing. So, Rick, you actually have to give credit to this owner. So, go into your Warren
Definitely.
and see who. Look at the back. I mean, Zula, are you getting the back of this tattoo? Like, the artistry is just amazing. The intensity of the eyes, the cigarette, the hair, the shading. It looks absolutely gorgeous.
Was I supposed to be recording?
Let me find.
Ooh, this is nice.
I've never
I
seen
like the
anything
skull.
like this.
I also really like this, but I think it's an applier. Is he Mexican? What was it again? Oh yeah, it's from Vegas, and it's called El Gringo.
Oh, gringo. Well, that would be you.
So yeah,
Our Lady of Guadalupe. That's who's on his arm. That's it.
I love this. I really like the this. And again, I'm not into tattoos or something in real life, but I really like this. So Vegas tattoo, well done, very good. Me like it.
Nice.
Nice. And then I want to say we had another topic before we got into this femdom conversation, but
It was the SL economy, right? Oh no, the name change.
I don't know, Mousy, where we at? You don't want to keep list. You know I'm chaotic.
Yeah, so yeah, it's not going to be chaotic. Basically, since we're talking about prices and SL of Sims and bodies and things like that, let's talk about this whole name change thing. People are up in arms because it's going to cost, what is it, $40 to change your name?
$40.
And guys, let me know if I'm wrong about that. If I
That's
have my
$39.99 excluding taxes. So if you're in Europe, you pay taxes over it too, which is about $8, I think.
$39.99, which
Yeah, so
is
$39.99. That's for US users, and if you're in Europe, you have to pay tax. I don't know about Canada.
Canadians. That'll probably jump up to about, I'm gonna say,
60?
close to $50.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing, right? I've only been in SL a year and a little over a year and a half, maybe closer to 2 years, and I've never had the privilege of having a last name. You know, when my partner and I partnered up, I took Lane on, which was his last name, and I just changed my display name, period. But my question is, what is the big deal over these last names, and why on earth would anyone want to pay $40 for this? No offense, Linden Labs, I'm just asking for a friend.
Because Lyndon
I
Lab
think-
wants all my money.
I think in the beginning of SL, when they had the last names, they had so many different last names that they could give out, and when it was almost like you could gather up like a family tree almost. So different people that say they had everybody had 10 people had Landgraab and 20 people had Lane or something like that, then you could find other people. that had that name, and you could create like a community almost if you could get together or whatever. And some last names had more, I think, I want to say maybe eventually had more clout than others. To me,
it's good. Sorry. Sorry to interrupt you. I think I think it's good that Linden Labs gives the opportunity now to residents to change the name, because beforehand you couldn't change that, or you had to make a new avatar. I have actually two visions about this. One is that if you're a long-time user and you really hate your name and you really want to change your name, I find it really cool that you can finally change your name. And I mean, $40 is not the end of the world. I mean, you finally have the opportunity to change it. So that's vision number one. If you hate your name and you really want to change it, The second vision is that I personally would invest that money, and I would create a new avatar. And I would, for that money, for the $40, I would buy myself a new body, a new head. And I would find myself a nice name that I really like, and just start all over again. So there are 2 points that in my opinion could work out. I mean, on the one hand, I'm really happy for the residents that really want to do it, and again, $40 is okay if you really hate your name or if you want to change it. But on the other hand, you could also invest that $40 into creating a new avatar. And I mean, for $40, you can have a new body and a new head, right? And some clothes.
May I interject? Yes, I completely agree. I think the option is good, but I don't know about if it's going to accomplish any specific goal. Like Jetta was saying, in the past, maybe there were certain last names that had clout. But here's the thing. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Winesmiths or Ben Petty's or Funeral. There are tons of SL families, and they have large family trees, and their names ring bells on the grid. And the Winesmiths contain like 60 or 70 or 80 Avies, right? And I know I don't know personally any of these families, but I know Ben Petty, that's one family in SL, the Funeral family. There's tons of families in SL. So you can still have that notoriety without having to pay the $40. I guess I just don't understand what the point is.
I agree.
Again, there was a huge need for it. There is a huge group of people that really like this idea, and there were a lot of people were waiting for this. To be honest with you, personally, I have nothing with this whole idea. But this is so, there are so many things that are so personal. I mean, I think we discussed this before, Mousy, and I don't want to go on a different lane or a different discussion. But one thing that I really would like to see is, from my perspective, is to see SecondLife on an iPad or iPhone. A 3D application where you can go in world. That is something that I really, really want, and I'm begging Linden Labs to make this. Instead of a chat app where you can chat with each other. I want to be in world, and go on my iPad or iPhone and just sit here like we are right now, instead of turning my PC on and go online. You know what I mean?
I definitely would love an app. I don't know if they will be able to put this on a phone, just because my computer barely reses. But I don't know, like even a chat app would be nice. Like if I could just have the option to just log on and like message, Mousy through SecondLife, instead of me having to like use Discord or use, YouTube inbox or whatever. Like I think that would be a lot better than having no option, like no browser option at all. Or even if you could go to like places and I just like appeared as a blob to everybody else, but I was there and I could just chat like in world, something like that.
But this is already possible. This is already possible on the iPhone. There is this app called whatever. Hold on, I have it on my. Actually, let me see what it is called.
Plug us in. I have no idea. Meta chat or something. And Meta chat, and I'll write it down actually. And this app basically allows you to chat online, and it's something. It's basic, but it's something. Again, what I'm looking for is to go in the 3D world. And I know I saw it in 2009 or 2008 on an iPhone 2G,
which was the first iPhone. And yes, it was laggy, but it did work. So this is just my opinion. Why is it not possible to make Second Life work on an iPhone these days? If something worked in 2008 on a super old iPhone, why doesn't it work right now? I mean, I know and I understand that there is like, you know, Second Life involved in Mesh and everything, and it's. But let's say people up to, I don't know, 20,000 complexity or something. I have no idea about complexity, but let's say people can, there's a max of 20,000, for example, that you can see those people, and everything above that complexity is just a cloud, for example, or it's just blurred or something. But at least you can go in worlds. You know what I mean? Explore it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that because I know from, like I said, I was a creator and I was also in IMVU for like 5 or 6 years, and you could go on IMVU from your phone. Like you still can, and you can dress up your Avi and do everything. Like you can go into rooms, but you can't like move around or anything like that. But I don't know. This is why I like SL, because you can come in, discover different worlds, meet different people, talk to different people. Sometimes you can't. But I'm like, okay, the rest of the time when I'm off of SL, then I'm just with my real life. I can talk to friends that I've made if they're close enough on Instagram, or, some people have Facebook, and it just seems like I don't want it to take up that much time. I mean, like I guess I understand, some other people don't mind. It just seems I've seen people get so obsessed with SL that they can't get away from it. They almost don't live their real life. I'm not saying that you don't live your real life, Rick. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying,
well, I love my real life, so.
Yeah.
No, I get your point. True. I mean, maybe we put too much, pressure on each other, or maybe there is like no limit then in that case, where you can just turn off the computer and it's done.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, if I'm traveling, or I'm going on holiday, for example, because I love to go on holidays. I'm going quite often. And my biggest issue is that I can never really log in. I'm really happy that I have a manager right now, so she can like take care of stuff. But before that, I was really like worried about this whole thing, because I couldn't really. Let's say this is all from a creator's point, okay? Let's say I forgot to put something in the redelivery system or something. Then I would tell the customer like, "Hey, sorry, I cannot because I'm on holiday. In 2 weeks' time, I see you again." You know what I mean? That would be like super annoying, and I would love to come in world and fix stuff like really quickly.
I can understand. I can understand that. Yeah, definitely from a creator's point of view, it's really useful.
Yeah. Because people also get upset if you don't deliver the things, or if you, I don't know, like I had, for example, some fat packs up for Zero Linens, and somebody, thank God, found out and told me about it. And he said, "Hey, you're selling your skins by accident, I think, for Zero Linens." I was like, "No," so I logged in directly. But let's say I was on holiday, then I would have a huge problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about it from that perspective. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found like, when I do my shopping videos, I often find creators misprice their things. Let's say they're part of Happy Weekend sale, and so they have a few items that rotate for 60 lindens. Sometimes they forget to update all the items back to the regular price. So if you literally click on every item, you can find items that are mispriced that you can get for really discounted. And I've seen that many times, so I get that.
No.
I've seen that too.
And the honesty of people. I mean, I had, for example, a gift card system, which I talked to you about before, I think, Mousy, and somebody copied that gift card and just basically bought my whole store with the gift card. I mean, that's just rude. I think, that's just rude.
What?
That's beyond.
Wait,
Yep.
tell us what happened with the gift card, because once you told me that, another creator, Zen Creations. So, by the way, guys, if you're not aware of this, Zen Creations is doing a giveaway on my channel, which I'll announce on April 22nd for 950 Linden. She's part of the stay-at-home weekend, and she's also gave away a chicken coop, armoire, and dresser, which look amazing, and Jetta attests to that as well. But she told me the same thing. She's like, I can't give out gift cards right now because I had an incident, but I will give me the user's name and I'll send them an item via Casper Venge. So tell me what happened with your gift cards.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna blackmail or mention any system or something that I. But so basically, what happened is that I got copied. For what reason? Why? I mean, then lab investigated that, and they, I think they banned them. But anyway, somebody just bought like my whole store. I was literally cooking downstairs, and I got like 30 emails, like ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, and I was like, huh, what's going on? And I saw that I was selling a lot of things, but everything for 0 lindens. Like, huh, what's going on? So I ran up to the computer, and of course this guy was already gone. And he basically bought my whole store for 0 lindens. So yeah, I mean, there are really nasty people sometimes, that do steal these things, and it's very sad and it's very demotivating. But on the other hand, I also get a lot of positive feedback, which is very, very nice, and especially now during the coronavirus, there are a lot of people that really appreciate my gifts and everything. So in that perspective, I love the community here.
Please don't say anything.
It's bad enough that I erased the back of your store. That.
Do you remember that, even, Rick?
What?
You and Jetta had some type of relationship. She just told me when she sat down, she was like, oh no, he doesn't like me. And I was like, what? And I was like, but it doesn't even seem like you remember this, Rick. She said that she erased your store or something like that.
That's why she
Back of your store.
That's why you were blocked.
So if you erased his store, why did you block him?
Oh, I didn't. I think because he told me in
Rick has no idea. He doesn't even remember. Erased.
What? I don't understand the word raised. Raised my store. What?
No, not erased. Erased. Like.
Why? How? I don't understand. No.
I deleted the back wall of your store. Remember? I got talking to you in one of Narya Panther or Tim's. I think it was Tim's Manly Weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, Rick is the owner? I was like, he's the one where I erased the back of his store because my house used to be right next to your store in
No way. Oh my god.
Do you remember this happening though?
No, I don't remember that. I really don't remember that. But that's so funny. Then now you can see how ESL by fucking neighbor. What the fuck?
Yeah,
you said now you can see how small SL is. You kind of dropped out for a minute.
Yeah, my house, everything is still there. Like I sold my property, but the people that bought it, told me leave the stuff there if I wanted to because they liked the way I had it done up or whatever. So I've moved since, and I was like, before when you had the big bright white store, and the back wall was on my property. I thought, oh, it's just a piece. Let me just delete that, and I deleted the whole back of his store. I was like, oh no,
that's all right.
It's gonna kill me.
No, don't worry. It's all right.
So I had all this stuff in my cart in Marketplace. Like I had a store and I had a cash register and a desk and everything, and I was gonna gift it all to him for doing that because it was like, does he know?
I still don't understand why you had him blocked though. So if it was a misunderstanding and then the store was deleted,
I don't know. I don't know. I must have hit block because I'm not. Everybody thinks that I'm very tech savvy, but I'm not the most tech savvy person. And he told me to add him, to message him in World when I got in, and I did. And I said, I'm here, or something like that. I guess he wanted to tell me, I don't know, that he had a new store bought or put up or whatever, because I sometimes take a hiatus from SL and just do my own thing. And I had no idea that I had him blocked.
Don't worry, it's all right.
And I was thinking, like, I thought he hated me because I was talking to him in Tim's chats and he wasn't answering. I'm like, maybe he really, really hates me. I didn't know I had him blocked at all.
Meanwhile, he doesn't even remember.
No, I'm too busy for these small little details. I'm so busy that I really forget about things. So
well, that's okay. That's good then.
Yeah.
But just do it out.
I forgive you, Jetta.
I forgive you for deleting my story. Could we do an outro? Because I think that we have enough information right now.
Yeah, true.
Topics, like we ended up on 4 topics. Maybe we could invite your stripper friend Zula next time, and we could talk about like financial domination and all these different type of like kinks on SL.
On the next episode of the Nameless Podcast, kinks in SL. Nah, kidding.
Yeah,
but, yeah, definitely.
So let's
just everyone say bye and things. You have a lot to edit because there was a lot of floopers this time.
I am letting it. No, I'm gonna edit it. But yeah, that's fine. Everybody, we can just go reverse this way. So we'll start with Rick, and then I'll just pan through, and you guys can drop your outros, drop your SL names, Instagram, store names, all of that information. Big homie Rick, I am on you.
All right. Okay. So, hey guys. If you want to follow me, Therese Maloney in World. On Facebook, it's Virtual Alantori and manlysl.com. And hope to see you guys soon again in World or on Facebook or Instagram.
And I'll put all of that in the description for you guys, because if you're like me, you can't spell any of that either. And now, Silence over here, you got anything?
Yeah, thank you for having me on again. And if anybody wants to add me or anything like that, I'm under Ultra Desad, and you can find me in World.
I'm not going to because you're gonna block me. I'm not going to.
Wait.
That's okay.
Did you record that whole exchange about the wall deleting in the store and all that stuff, or no?
Yeah, we're good. Everybody's gonna have context for that.
It was a good one, But yeah, I do landscaping, and if you want that $0, male Abby, then I can do those too. But yeah, that's about it for me.
All right, guys. So it's Mousy, the Ultimate Clout Chaser. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will say this. So, guys, I made in my announcement videos that Jetta was going to help me introduce a male obby, because a lot of guys IM me and say, listen, I need you to create more male obbies. All you do is create the female obby. So Jetta created one using the free Ultimora body, and she's going to show us on my channel. And when your landscaping portfolio is done and you're up and running, you'll actually present that as well, correct?
I will, yes.
Okay. And so thank you for watching Zula and I's podcast. Please be sure to follow Zula as well. Zula Landgraab. Landgraab has 2 A's, L-A-N-D-A-A. Wait.
2 A's.
Land, L-A-N-D-G-R-A-A-B. So
Yes,
Zula,
yes.
Z-U-L-A, Zula Landgraab. And he'll put his link down below. We're going to post this talk on both of our channels, and I'll send you over to his, and I'll give you Jetta's information as well as our buddy Rick from Alantori. And Zula, back to you.
Cool. And like I said earlier, I'll post everybody's links down in the description. I'll post the store links. I'll post my Skybox links as usual because I need those renters. But this will be on both channels because I am not the ultimate cloud chaser. So definitely want to make sure everybody's getting this content evenly and just the most out there. So hope you guys learned something in this responsible, informative podcast episode. And that is all I got. So on that note, boom.
Okay.